Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, it's going to be kind of like one of my old school videos. It's not going to be really scripted. I'm not going to cut my voice too much. Honestly, I just want to talk straight up about this game. And it's kind of a critique. It's not too big of one, kind of how like my Call of Duty one was. This is more of just things that I have an issue with about Borderlands 3 as a whole, rather than the gaming franchise and the way that they're handling things. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get the video started. Alright, and starting things off is a concern that I've had for a while, but it's not too big of a deal, and it's the exclusion of headhunters. Now, for context, in Borderlands 2, you could buy these things called headhunters, and they were DLC, and it's kind of like the events in this game if you do play Borderlands 3. But the difference between the two is that you actually had to pay for them in Borderlands 2, but you could access them whenever you wanted. You can farm the bosses there, you can play on the levels there, you can do anything you wanted, anytime you wanted with buying the headhunters. And the events in this, they're free, but they're only around for like a month before they go away and come back like the next year. It's kind of like a seasonal thing. And I think we've only gotten like 3 in total. We've gotten a Valentine's Day event, this event called a cartel event, and then we've gotten a Halloween event. I don't even know what it's called. But honestly, the lack of headhunters in this game makes it feel like the content in the game is kind of just lacking. There's not a lot of it. I mean, there's tons of content in this game, but most of it's just kind of irrelevant. I mean, as you see, I'm just destroying bosses, which I'm gonna get into that in a second. But honestly, with the way that this game kind of goes with itself, it doesn't seem like it has a lot of content, even though it does. It's kind of like Destiny 1 or Destiny 2. It's a lake that's miles and miles wide, but it's only an inch deep. Rather than if you go into a game like Borderlands 2, it's like it's a neutral sized lake. I don't know. It's a neutral sized lake, but say it's like 22 feet deep. That's like the difference between Borderlands 1 and Borderlands 2. Because honestly, I mean, there's a lot to do, and as you see, it just drops legendaries galore because I'm on mayhem mode, which actually helps the drop rates go a lot higher. It's like, I don't even know, like plus 1,000%, something like that from the original default. So it's pretty wild. Every boss you see me kill will drop at least 2 legendaries. They will not drop anything less than that. So, and yeah, just the lack of content in the game, honestly, is what really bothers me. Because, like I said, there's content, there's a lot of it, and all 4 DLCs already came out, and there's more DLC coming out on March 18th. But it's just, like I said, it's just, there's no depth to it because you can just get everything so easily with the scaling of Mayhem mode, which is the highest difficulty in the game. They want to give you the rewards, XP, Iridium, all that stuff to scale with how hard, quote, hard the bosses are supposed to be. But in all honesty, it just kind of makes the game lack. And going into my next point, and this is the real big issue that I have with the game, is that it's just way too easy. As you see with a lot of these bosses that you're gonna see coming up, I just kind of one-shot them. And even if I don't one-shot them, kind of like this boss, you know, it took me a few, times shooting it to actually kill it. I don't feel like I'm in any danger, and that's what Borderlands 2 didn't do. With Borderlands 2, you actually had to think about what you were going to do rather than just doing stuff like this. I mean, look at this. That took 4 shots. 1 from each hand twice. I don't know, 2 from each hand twice. Whatever. You guys get what I'm saying. It's just, honestly, like, look at all the legendaries I'm getting. In Borderlands 2, you couldn't get legendaries to drop like this. It would take you hours and hours and hours for farming, and that's where I think the longevity of the game came in. I mean, Borderlands 2 lasted 7 years, and people still, some people, not specifically me, because I played Borderlands 2 to death. Honestly, I've done that campaign all the way through like 20 times, 21 times, something like that. It's crazy because I love Borderlands 2. But that's what I'm saying. The story is also compelling in Borderlands 2. When you play the story, you don't get bored of it. And in this game, I mean, to me, the story, and to a lot of other people, it's just not a good story. So it doesn't keep you wanting to actually continuously play this game in terms of the story. And, I have all my characters leveled up, except my Zane. My Zane's like level 37, but every single character in this game I have to level 65. I played the Moze one twice, Vault Hunter and True Vault Hunter mode. I've played Amara twice with Vault Hunter and True Vault Hunter mode. Same with Flak, not the Vault Hunter mode, but just regular mode. And then with Zane, I've completed regular mode. So I've played this campaign a total of what, 6 times? I mean, it's pretty. It's just an average campaign. I just put on some headphones and just kind of fly through it. It's just not compelling at all. The DLC stories, other than the third one, it's not really compelling. Just in total, I don't know what it is about this game, but it just feels lacking of content. It feels lacking of giving me reasons to care about the characters. I mean, as soon as it showed Ava in the game, for all of you who have played Borderlands 3, as soon as it showed Ava and Maya said, yeah, she's gonna be my apprentice, I already knew she was gonna die. In Borderlands 2, I didn't know Bloodwing was gonna die. I didn't know Roland was gonna die. But in this game, I already knew who was gonna die before they died. It's just, I mean, it's just so frustrating because I don't know what they were thinking with in terms of story. But anyway, everyone's already talked about story to death. I'm gonna stop talking about it now. But my main issue with the game is that it's way too easy. With the scaling of Mayhem mode, you can just get legendaries galore. You can get what you want when you want, and then you can just do things the way I'm doing. And in this game right here, I mean, like, from what you're watching, I don't even need to use my actual character. I'm just using my action skill. And that's for, like, other characters at least have to run around and gun. This character, I just hop in my mech, shoot the boss a few times. I mean, look at this. The way I have this set up is that every time I get a kill, it reloads the fuel and reloads my health. So I can just, in theory, just stay in the mech the whole time. And honestly, I mean, look at this. I'm just destroying this boss, and it's just very weird to me to know, like, I could just do this in Borderlands. I could just destroy anything I want to. And you know, in the past games, you couldn't just do that. Maybe if you were Salvador in Borderlands 2, because he's an actual, he's a busted character. There's a mechanic called Slag that's busted, and then there's some type of glitch with Salvador that makes him do a lot more damage than he's supposed to do. So he's just a glitched out character. But all the other characters, you legitimately have to know what you're doing, or you can't kill bosses in like 10 seconds. But in this game, you just point and shoot. That's basically all it is. I don't know why they made it so easy. Maybe it's because the attention span of people is just kind of low nowadays. But honestly, that kind of kills the game for me. I mean, I still play it, and I'm still gonna play the DLC. But honestly, like, I have Borderlands 2, and I prefer to play that most of the time. The only real issue I have with the game is that I can't level up too quick. That's like my only real issue. Other than that, Borderlands 2, in my opinion, is a perfect game. And this game does not hold a candle to it the way many people hoped. But, I mean, by all means, this is not a bad game. These are just some of the issues I have with it. But that's just the video today, guys. And I do hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.